Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sam from Typhon T C G. And they can't see me because I'm all the way in the bottom right corner. Hello. But we're coming out to an episode of Art of War, and we're doing another game of Control Dash later that same stream. Real quick, just want to point some things out real quick. Go check out the last video. You'll get the rundown of how US Nats went and what will be going forward when it comes to content. And two, when it comes to this video. So this was pulled from a live stream that I had. And I wouldn't say there's a lot of times where I click off the screen or I get distracted and a lot of pauses and stuff. I will try my best to condense that down the best I can on. Let's talk about Control Dash and why I'm liking it right now. We're trying to attack the meta. I think a lot of these aggressive decks are very susceptible to the chip damage that Dash can put out. Dash is a very efficient hero that can block off a lot of cards, soak a lot of damage, and then return medium to small amounts of damage back. That can really go under the radar. I know one of the Pistol Dash games I've built, I literally only use pistol, and that's actually why I actually ended up changing my build a little bit to only pistol. So the first iteration of this deck was mostly pistol, but did have some boost attacks in there because I didn't want to be only pistoling my opponent. I feel like that was a very long, not very consistent way to win. And then I realized, no, that is probably one of the better ways to win. Obviously, like the boost dash version could probably put a lot of damage and stuff, but this build has no problem putting out damage. It is just it obviously is just slower, but it's so clean and so efficient. I cannot tell you how efficient this deck is to play once you really get going. So obviously we're starting induction chamber to give go again. That part is obviously simple. We're going to Claw's Levy. I don't think Levy is the most popular hero right now, but I do think this will be an interesting matchup to watch because Levy can output a lot of damage. And are we able to soak some of the damage and still return some back? Can we survive long enough to have Levy die to our own blood debt? We already do see Levy starting with 65 cards, which does make a pseudo mill strategy not very possible. Let me turn this down. I apologize. So, opponent's just going to start off with a Ghostly Touch, just coming in for 4. Seems kind of weird, but obvious play here is Sink Below, get rid of the Remembrance, because the Remembrance is not something you ever want to see on our first cycle. It is a second cycle card, because we are still aiming to pitch stack here. We're going to pitch stack blues with each other. The deck is a majority of blues, but obviously we want to always make sure we have at least 2 blues in every hand, late game if possible. And also a lot of D-reacts together would be nice if we do not choose to use them. So this turn, most obvious play here is to load induction chamber, load pistol, have 1 floating. We can, like I said, we can use the blue for that. We'll have 1 floating. We can actually pitch the Oasis Respite or the Sink Below, whichever one we choose to use. I would probably pitch the Oasis Respite. And then we can play Purifier, and then we can pass our turn. It's pretty safe. We're loading things up and then developing our board. That's literally all we're wanting to do early game. That's why we're playing cards like Spark of Genius. I was thinking about playing Press the Mode to just put something into the arena, but I don't think we actually have the density of items that we would need to do something like that. But definitely, if you have an item, I'd say that should be your plan A. So that's why here we have 3 D-reacts here, so no matter how much our opponent hits for, unless it's like 14, we can easily block this. I told, right there you see him telling me, my buddy Zach, that playing into Levia, if he was wanting to watch a Levia game. So here, we can somersault for 2, take 1. We can't Sink Below to cleanly block it. But I would like to save the Sink Below for a possible dominated attack. Yeah, but again, I think somersault's definitely the best way to go here. So we actually opt to Sink Below here, so we are given a susceptible to go again, and then can we dominate, but we just see another claw. That's fine. So we can just kind of block this. use our 2 blues to load things, and then put somersault in our arsenal. So we now have a 4 block. Oh, this is at 2.5 speed, and yes, it's still going this slow. We'll put it at 1.5. See how fast things go. So we're gonna play this round with me. Huh. I'm actually confused why I played this. I don't know what I could be. What could I have been looking for? I'm actually trying to think. So I would have 2 floating. I would draw a card. Levy would also draw a card. Huh. I mean, if on a Blood Rush Bellows turn, I mitigate probably what 3, 4 damage. But that's just a card. Yeah, I'm be right. I do not agree with playing this round on me. It doesn't look like it's a misclick because I would have quickly undone it. Hmm. I mean, I draw Findle's Fighting Spirit, but I'm not gonna have the mana to play it, obviously. So we're gonna break Purifier. We're gonna swing for 3 twice. We got 6 damage coming through. Opponent is going to block, which is perfectly fine. Shoot pistol again for another 3. Ah, I see, I see. I would have floating mana, so I choose to load my other 2 items. Makes sense, makes sense. So then we're gonna get to have the Springboard Somersault in Arsenal for 4. God dang it! Go get back on the game. Get back on the game. Get back on the game. Jesus. So I actually do miss a lot of things here. I will try to. So I miss a Shadow Puppetry and a Blood Rush Bellows, which is currently going to pump everything by first thing by 3. It will have go again on hit. Banish. Look at the top card, and you may banish it. I believe is all the current effects we have. It's an Unworthy Bellow, so he's going to try to hit me for a lot. I do have some unfortunate news for our hero, though. Ah, you're going to claw me for 4. Okay. We're just going to springboard somersault that. 8. Yes. So we would be leaking 1 damage to no matter what, but I obviously would have been the more efficient thing was block out a card from hand, take 1, in case he had a dominated attack from banish, which I don't think those exist, but just in case. We leak 1 here. Doesn't matter. There's no 1 hit effects, except the look at the top 1 and banish it, which I don't really think we care about, but that will shut off anyway. So we're gonna load pistol, activate pistol, shoot for 3. Again, very efficient, clean pay patterns. He's going, that's all you got it. That's fine. Covers it full up. We don't really mind, to be honest. Activate pistol here. Now, mind you, I have it on 1.5 speed, and you can still see how long this game is taking. How long some of these actions are taking. It's not great. It's not great. So use the flowing mana to least load chamber. Shoot pistol for 3. It leaks through. That's good. But no matter what, we're good. We either take a card or we leak damage. We get a card. Fantastic. Like, obviously, like, the argument would be, oh, he's flowing with his graveyard. In this matchup, we don't really care. We really don't care. Like, Olivia decks, from what I've seen, are very consistent at not putting a lot of misses in there. Unfortunately, now he has 2 misses in there. But he has 9, so like the likelihood we get 3 misses is low because there's not a third card in there. He's gonna swing at me for 10, but yet again, we can cleanly block it. Hey, can you back on the game, dog? So we're gonna block with a card and unmovable. Apologies, you can't really see that. Oh, there we go. So we're gonna block with a card, play blue unmovable, keep a blue in hand. It's just nice. And we cleanly just block his. He spent a lot of resources for that, and to not even leak any damage through. It's pretty unfortunate. So here we're gonna Purifier, swing pistol for 3. Here we go again. He has another, that's all you got, but again, this is completely fine, we do not care. We're gonna load pistol again, shoot pistol for 3. Again, just like I keep reiterating, we either get a card or we gotta block this is offline. So we're gonna have 6 go again. Blood Debt is shut off. However, we do a couple things. We can always just spite, take virtually 1. But this doesn't have a on-head effect. Alternatively, I see myself eyeing my equipment. So what we could do here, if we really just want to be absolutely gangster, it wouldn't be worth it though. But I can explain what we possibly could do. We could put Ironhide in front, Ironhide legs in front. That currently blocks for 4. Always just spite. Would block 8. And that all would just take a single blow. So we could block it all here. It's not the most efficient thing, but it is possible. We could just use all of our equipment to exactly block 6, but again, using our equipment here isn't super necessary. I'm glad we just opted to take it, because a bigger attack could always be coming. Hey look, a bigger attack. And so we do it. So now we can do a thing where we cleanly just block 8, and it is just chef's kiss, man. It is chef's kiss. And we also gain life because we're at 33, so you can just see how perfectly lined up this play is. Like, God, Dash is just so nice. So now we're just going to load everything and shoot another 6 at him. And this is literally our game plan for the whole entire game. We'll occasionally throw like a Fendel Flying Spirit randomly, and CNC maybe randomly. Actually, I believe you have CNC this matchup. Oh, we may have. I don't 100% remember what my cuts were. This is I've been sleeping too much. But what we get clean blocks, which is fine. We chip him down to 32. We gain life going to 37. And again, this is literally the whole entire game. I could walk away. I guarantee you, I could walk away, and for multiple turns, we would do the exact same thing. Hey, you want to get back on the game, dog? There we go. So, hold on. So we go back to my turn. Wait, did our opponent just draw pass? Wait, what happened? Did my opponent just draw pass? Okay, I remember what happened here. Okay, so you can't see it in the chat. Our opponent activated Scab Skins. Rolled a 1. Use Gambler's Gloves to roll again. Rolled a 1. So this also the Gambler's Gloves, and still doesn't have an action point. So this is where our opponent just unfortunately has to pass forward and comes back to us. So he's getting a full grip now, which we can do some really cool things. So we can load all of our items, shoot our items, and give Techno Go again, and then swing Fighting Spirit, which is a really cool line that I might have done at some point this game. I don't remember if it was this turn. Could have been a different game. But we have all the Fighting Spirits. So use the blue, load everything. Activate Purifier. shoot for 3. And this is nice chip damage that's coming through. Hey, can you get back to the game, dog? Thank you. Alright, we're only going damage through. We did it. So we can load pistol, have 2 floating, pitch another fighting spirit to the bottom of our deck, go for fighting spirit. This keeps the fighting spirit in the deck still. And we're just going to sing sweating. And we get the husk. Excellent. Husk technically really isn't huge in this matchup. It's not really the husk was really only going to be here to do exactly that. So we have another Art of War turn, but we get to match that with an unmovable if we really want to just block exactly 7, or we could just direct gain 3, theoretically blocking 7. We do have options. If memory serves correct, we're only playing on red unmovable, by the way. So we're going to see Ghostly Touch. Going in for 7 go again. The 7 go again or spinner. So we can have that play that we talked about just a second ago. And we can direct Sigil to say neutral at 37. Then we could pitch everything to unmovable, but then we just die to that attack. So what we do is we actually choose to put the unmovable in the bottom. So why did we put the unmovable in the bottom rather than anything else, right? Do feel like it's obvious, but I kind of will gonna go over here. So it's actually the hardest card in our hand to use. We had triple red. We would have to pitch everything to unmovable. So instead of doing that, we actually put the unmovable on the bottom, save it for later, because I do believe we've already used 1. We have 1 left in the deck if that was not in there, right? So now we get to draw blue. So now what the blue allows us to do is either swing Fighting Spirit or play Chamber. We can actually activate Induction Chamber, shoot Pistol, give it go again, play Purifier, or Chamber rather. We can do that next turn with our given hand. And then gain 3, obviously, So go back to forwards and go back down to 37. Play this Potion of Luck. This allows you to show off your hand arsenal and draw that many. It's fine. So, load chamber, shoot pistol, give it go again. It's only 2 damage. Opponent crowns when it doesn't have an arsenal, so I think that's pretty nice for us. Let's just get this out of the way, please. So we're going to chamber to give it go again. So again, we get to play our second induction chamber. Again, as long as you have at least 2, the turns can get kind of silly. It's just when you have 2 of each, it's when the game gets pretty sexy. Oh, my Sprite from McDonald's. Have it your way. I'm pretty sure that's not Sonic's. Wait, not Sonic. Dude, you can tell how tired I am right now. So, coming in for 6. I do see another Plasma Purifier, so I definitely think playing in a way that allows us to do that is fine. So, we'll block 2, take 4. I think this is still perfectly fine. So all we need is 2 mana, right? And we have 6. So we can use the other 4 to load all of our items and then play the Purifier. Again, very, very efficient. And now we are fully online. Our opponent's at 26, we're at 33. We're very happy. And the train is going to start rolling. Opponent's going to activate Potion of Luck. Draw 5. Alright, we're going to see... We have 4 go again from Dread Screamer. Right now we're thinking if we feel like blocking here. I guess we can see if blocking here matters again. It does have go again. He has 3 cards in hand. Um, like at worst we could like block for 3, take 1. There's no reason to block with 2 cards. We could just somersault for 2, take 2, go into 31, and still have 3 cards in hand. Then going from there. But I think the correct thing obviously here is to not block at all. Because he does have go again, 3 cards in hand, 1 floating. There's a lot of things that could come from this. So preserving as many cards to block is correct. But just trying to do. Please don't tell me I try to ice somersault this. There's actually just no reason to. I mean, maybe depending on what attack he has, the same result could happen. But yeah, there was kind of no reason to block that. We will get bailed out if our opponent doesn't really deal much damage to us. So I assume I just somersault here, then take the other 5, which puts us under, but I don't think we care. We're now swinging 12 damage a turn. We take it. We have plenty of life gain effects. So taking this is not really bad for us. I did debate for a while if this was the correct decision, and during the game and after the game, I do stand by the decision to take the 8, because then we get to start this train. All right, and he's gonna start giving me cards. He's gonna take 2, go to 24. Activate pistol for 4. Those are reactions. Opponent just feels like taking it unless he has a D-react here. Alright, so now we're going to load our items up. Could Fighting Spirit, if we so choose, we would gain 1. Oh, I had 1 floating, right. So, yeah, we get the little chamber and then Fighting Spirit, gain 1, go to 17. And then, yeah, we say go to 13 or give me cards from your hand. Both are good. Except it's not good because, nope, still can't Fighting Spirit. I think at one point I'll remember that Fighting Spirit costs 3. Even after the video, I keep forgetting Fighting Spirit costs 3. So opponent just like snap takes it. So opponent's gonna come with Endless Maul for 9, no go again. So we can block 7 pretty easily, theoretically 10 because of Sigil. Choose not to block. Keep Sigil on top. Branch Standing as a block 3. So here, this situation at the time it felt like it didn't matter, but we're gonna see this it kind of matters. So you see, I have a Sigil and I have a heart. So I'm gonna take 2. I'm gonna go down to 14. So then on my turn, I could have pitched heart to gain life and Sigil to gain life. So I would be up 1 more life. Because now you can say, well, it doesn't matter if you're in control of the game anyway. The 1 life doesn't make a difference. Regardless if that's true or not, you always want to play the most efficient way possible. And if gaining 1 life is free, in this instance, it is. There was no reason to play Sigil. You 100% take the free out. Yeah. So now if I pitch, I can't play heart. Now on this turn, I obviously pitch heart because I don't want it in my arsenal and actually intend on playing the Fighting Spirit. So I believe I do. No, that's next turn. Okay, no. I give this go again, and then I swing a Fighting Spirit. It's 11 damage turn, but I get to keep counters on things. Oh no, I'm still in this. See, I'm not remembering this game. 100%. Oh, okay, no, I had floating mana. God dang it. You can see, the camera's actually making it hard for me to see exactly what's going on. But, we're gonna swing Fighting Spirit for 6. Can we get back on the game, please? Thank you. So our opponent's going to be at 5. So again, this kind of goes into the math that I talked to you guys about earlier. My opponent's at 5. I can swing for 12 minimum in a turn. So doing the math, our opponent is now dead, right? Unless our opponent swings for lethal in a turn, or I draw 4 reds, which in the hypergeometric calculator was like a very, very low percentage. The game is now over. Our opponent is pretty much Kadachi locked. Not to the point where they have to block every single attack card for card, but they're pretty much there. Opponent's gonna come for 6. We have to search for a card with Blood Debt. It does not matter what they search for. Again, the game is over. He's gonna get a 1 for 7. Have next turn. Honestly, I don't think blocking here is, there's no reason to. We're at 11. Our opponent is locked out of the game. He's gonna be at 3. Now he's at 3. Yeah, so yeah, game's over. Game is over. You can kind of actually see where the 1.5 speed. Okay, well, you can see where the 1.5 speed can kind of speed up, but pretty much again breaking down the math here, right? So at max, even with, let's say Levy has 4 D reaction hand that all block 4. 4, 8, 12. That's exactly 12 damage. You're saying, huh, that covers everything up perfectly. Levy won't take damage. But then you notice over here where this, you see this little 10 number? Levy's going to take blood debt, right? So then Levy's going to die from blood debt. So she's in a pickle where she's damaged, she do damage, she doesn't. She can block with every card in her hand, and we're going to give her the max block possible, which is going to be 4 from a single block. We even say she has a Sink Below. We even say she has a Sink Below and Arsenal. Favorite scenes and Sink Below. So she can block a total of 15. Then she loses everything. Well, what if she blocks with maybe 3 cards? Because I know I believe there are some attacks that are pay 3, then you can do everything. So let's say we block with 3 cards. That's 4, 8, 12. You block up everything totally. Sweet. You play the card from Arsenal. You discard everything. Oh, dude, you're doing fantastic. You are doing great. I will soak all that damage, and we will do the song and dance again. Because then if you do that, right? Then if you do that, you don't have an Arsenal, you have 4 cards in hand, then the following turn, you are 100% dead. There is no way to get out, right? It just goes down to simple math, and I hope I'm actually breaking down this math pretty simply for you guys. It's just a numbers game, right? And we gave Levy the max amount of blocks. That she probably just has 3 blocks to maybe a card that doesn't block, which is why I think she immediately surrenders, or she just knows that she's officially locked out of the game. She got me to 11, so it looks kind of close, but this game was actually not close in the slightest. And then we'll look at the breakdown real quick. Yeah. So yeah, just I kind of let you guys look at the numbers. You actually see the game time was pretty short. We would have had 20 minutes left on the clock. This was like a rated event, and we each played about half of the game when it came to game time. I think this game 100% just goes down to the efficiency of the deck. I'm trying to think. Does it show how much damage was blocked? Average value return damage threatened plus blocked. That doesn't seem right. I don't know if that's meaning how much damage I blocked a turn or what. Oh, is this damage? Actually, no. I'm not gonna try. My brain is already fried. Whatever. um, yeah, this game pretty much goes on to the efficiency of Pistol Dash, being able to block a lot and then return damage. Honestly, the downside of this build is if your opponent doesn't give you time to set up or you don't find your items in time, you are not actually doing a whole lot, especially in this build where we're literally not spitting out any other damage besides a few occasional attacks. Now, with that being said, we are giving ourselves the best chance to reach that playing a crap ton of D-Reacts. I believe we're playing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 D-Reacts. And then we have six things that just gain 3 life. We are playing a heart, and we're playing 6 fighting spirits. So our effective life is very, very high. I'll actually do the math just with life gain. I can try to do the math to see what our effective HP is. But with that combined with all the D-Rex, a lot of times you'll have time to get there. You just have to know how to navigate it. So appreciate you guys watching this. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure you guys like, favorite, and subscribe. Leave your feedback down below. It is greatly appreciated. If you guys are on Twitch, make sure you follow the stream. We're close to getting to our affiliate, and I need your help to get that. It's been your boy Sam from Siphon TCG, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.